Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are getting incredibly close here. Incredibly close to being done with this investment cycle, and that is great. I'm very pleased about that. Let's just go through these here real quick and see if anything really needs to be building. I'm pretty sure everything was building that could be. And yeah, that does indeed appear to be the case. All of these cities are building. Yup. Excellent. Okay, so we're just waiting at this point for constructions to finish, and we could start thinking about doing additional expansion. Now, I do want to declare a war before this guy dies, and we are in poor health right now. Oh, hey, the people that we lost the war to have actually been annexed by our vassals at some point. That's hilarious. Okay, so that's a thing that happened. We could go after Lithuania. They're a kingdom tier realm. So we could just do a kingdom invasion for the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. Yeah, that is the kingdom title. That is their primary title. So that means that everything would go with, in theory. That would also grab us these territories up here. That would be non-terrible, I feel like. Remember, we can only do one invasion war per lifetime, so we need to choose it fairly carefully. This would be another decent option, as would this. Just considering what we might want to do here. I feel like these would be better than Lithuania, in all honesty. I'm leaning towards this right now. So this would be the kingdom here, I believe. That's his top tier title, right? Yes. Okay. So something like this, then. I'm going to declare this. I do want to go to war, and we do have some time right now, so this seems like a good opportunity. Let's go ahead and raise up troops over here. We'll raise our men-at-arms, 39 days on those, and we'll also raise some levy troops. Now, how many does he total have? It was like 7,000, so we'll just raise the same amount of levy troops, and we'll raise our men-at-arms. Let's see what we've got here. Just want to double check. Okay, yep, 7K. Sounds great. So we'll stop raising here shortly. He has raised all of his troops. I'm actually going to raise up another 1,000 here. I'm going to send these 7K up over this way. We are expecting our men-at-arms to arrive shortly. There we go. And we're going to split off the onagers. Those will stay here, but these guys, they're going to come up and join here. And we're going to look for about 1,000 levy troops here for a siege force. We'll keep an eye on these guys. And these troops should arrive very shortly. There we go. And we'll just try to go after them. So how many levy troops do we need? Honestly, this is enough. We're still making a decent amount of cash. That's great to see. And we'll just go in and start our sieges. Yes, give us sweet feudal taxes. He's going to siege up here, which is foolish. He should not do this. He should not do this at all. Now, we are above our vassal limit right now, and problems may ensue here. We'll see. But we can create titles, and that should be fine. He's just backing off of us getting the defensive structure there. He wants to fight us in the mountains. Fair enough. I'm okay with this. So we'll win this. Our counselor died, and we do need a new marshal. We'll put in this guy. Just keep him out of trouble. He's not great at the job, but he'll do fine. That guy escaped. Okay. So, I mean, this is definitely going to put us above our vassal limit, and we're going to need to deal with that. And we're going to need to have cash to deal with that. But we are doing okay. This may generate us a whole lot of stress because our ruler has really crappy traits. We'll just have to see. We'll move in over this way with our siege force, and just like that, we're at 43% war score. So that is magnificent. In fact, we're going to go directly for their capital here. We do need a new steward, and it'll be this guy. There we go. He's the best in the realm. He's not good, but he is the best that we've got, unfortunately. So they're just running away. This is not shocking. We're going to move in, and we will take attrition moving into their capital here. I'm not shocked by that, but I want to see where they are. I want to make sure that they don't intercept our siege force here. We could maybe catch these guys here. Emphasis on the maybe. Looks like we do. Excellent. Okay. At this point, we're going to split these guys in half, and we're going to start slow sieges here and here. I don't care about this force necessarily. We're going to finish our siege here. They're going to come down to the capital. Oh, this is not actually in the war. So we're actually going to come up this way. We'll have that slow siege started here. An imposter, huh? There we go. Minus 48 stress. Always good. Once our siege force arrives, we'll move these guys up as well. That should be momentarily. Beautiful. Okay, these guys get up here, and we'll go fight this force if they siege. We're at 51% war score at this time. Let's go. And we've already got a breach here. 3 months on their capital. Sounds amazing. This force can't beat us. I'm quite certain of that. We did just finish up Camp Cooks up here, and that is something that we should continue to work on. We'll get our barracks upgraded here. Let's check in on some of our other constructions over here. Since we do have cash and we are making money, I want to continue our investments here even while we are at war. So yeah, here we go. Pastoral lands. That'll be great. Anything else? Yes. A Carver's Guild upgrade. Perfect. Okay. Solid upgrades there. And let's hop on back down to the war. That's what I thought. Excellent. New stewardship lifestyle perk unlocked. We could take Taxman or Meritocracy. Neither are particularly good. So we're not actually too concerned about that. We are going to win this battle. I don't know that that'll be a stack wipe, but it might be. That's going pretty quick. Nope, not quite, but it was incredibly close to a stack wipe. Great. So at this point, I kind of feel like taking their capital will end the war. Let's see. It'll be close. 91%. Okay. We'll move you to here and you to here. Do we have ticking? No, we don't. We're capped on battle war score. So we just want to siege is all we want to do. He can try to siege some of this back, but he's not going to beat us, I don't think. 4 months on this siege and 8 months on this one. We don't need to have this many troops here. We're going to do something like this so that we're not taking as much attrition. Okay, how close are we on mangonels anyway? We could really use better siege men-at-arms. Okay, we're 85%. We're getting decent progress there. 55 days left on this siege, and this siege will end the war. Guaranteed. We are going to need to deal with our vassal limit, and for that we'll need to make some... We'll need to make some titles, for sure. But let's see what we get here. 10 more days on this siege. And there we go. War is over. Let's go ahead and enforce this, and we get all of that. Beautiful. So, unfortunately, I feel like we declared on that kingdom title, didn't we? We did. That was his primary kingdom title. I expected to get more out of that. I mean... he didn't have a secondary kingdom title. I expected that we would have gotten all of these duchy titles, but apparently I'm wrong about that. Okay. Well, we got some territory there, and we're going to need to hand this all out. So we'll grant these out to random folks. Excellent. Ideally, people who are not our family members, because we do not want the... people with claims to be getting troops behind them. So we do need to create some territory here. We can modify some contracts. We'll bump up feudal taxes for these guys using our hooks. Fantastic. We can ransom this guy for 50 gold. And now you can see that we are 9 direct vassals above our limit. So we need to deal with that. We can usurp this title, but that requires 500 gold. We'll need to wait until our gold comes in for that, and now we can. There we go. And then we can give this title out. So that is de jure belonging here. So we will grant that to this gentleman. And 6 vassals will go with. Excellent. Okay. We're now 3 direct vassals above our limit. We can still usurp a couple more titles here. And let's see. Yeah, none of this is relevant over here at this exact moment. So instead we'll look for situations like this. Now this is not going to be good for our stress due to our greed, but we're going to grant this vassal over. Boom. Lots of stress. Now we're going to indulge in drink to deal with some of that stress. We're also going to seclude ourselves to deal with some of that stress. We're also going to confess. Get all of those on cooldown. Then, this is a county title down here. 2 county titles down here. I kind of want to just toss those into this kingdom title. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of stress. But there we go. Yikes. We can always call a hunt, host a feast, if we really need to get rid of that stress. But for now, we can go ahead and... Is there anyone that we can ransom? 100 gold. Yep, do it. And a wheat cook. Okay, sure. Okay, so let's continue our investments over here. We have done a little bit of an expansion, and that is always nice to see. Let's see. All of these are pretty much constructing at the moment. So nothing really to be done over there. What about our cities over here? Here's one. Perfect. There we go. And that is all great. So we're going to have mangonels and burrs in 4 years. We're going to need battlements as well. That will also be a thing that is required. We'll send for a physician, but this is going to be expensive. Yep, we'll recruit him. That does put us in debt, but only for a little while. And we don't actually need money right now because we are constructing everywhere where we can. Just be cautious. He's young and he'll probably be fine. He's 13 after all. So in theory, we'll get that dealt with. We do need to deal with our stress, but I kind of don't want to spend money on that right now. We can sell minor titles and extort subjects in 2 years, so that there is that. We're going to be out of debt right now, and that is wonderful. We can usurp those titles, and that is something that we are interested in doing, but not at this exact moment, I feel like. We're going to be having a number of these constructions finish up soon. Yeah, we can already construct this right now, so we'll definitely come back to that once we have the cash. People that we can imprison. Let's go through these. 100% chance. Beautiful. Do it. Take the free cash. Ransom him back. Next up. 10%. No. Oh, 100%. Do it. Excellent. And ransom her back for 50 gold. Anything else? 53. Here's 100. Okay, and we'll ransom her back for 30 gold. What else do we have here? 67, 26, 65, 7, 69. Nice. There we go. Ooh, a stress loss. Always good. Always good. Okay, let's go ahead and get this monastery upgraded now that we have the cash for that. That is fantastic. We're also going to be able to upgrade this city once we have a little bit more money. We're going to be able to do that quite soon. These betrothed can marry. We'll go ahead and do that. We are not having any reason to break that at this exact moment, so that is fine. We're going to upgrade these Carpenters Guilds next, but that's going to require 2 month ticks to finish off. And we would love to do these, but not right now. Sad. Expansion is continuing to happen without our notification or involvement over this way, and that's great. It's also happening down over here. But we do want to continue to push in, particularly in India, at some point soon. The only problem is, the reason that I'm not focusing on doing that right now is because we are making more money in the long term by doing this first. If we're spending the money on these constructions as quickly as we can, instead of spending the money on troops, then that means that we have more money in the end to invest in expansion. That's the overall idea here. But you can see there's a lot of these that have finished up their construction now. So we definitely need to save our money at this exact moment. Many of these cities over here will be reaching their current maximum for our tech level, and that's great. That's exactly what we want, and once they're at their maximum for our tech level, then we're really going to focus in on the expansion again. We are going to have to consider that we are going to be running into issues with vassal limit, and the major issue with that right now is that we can't go to absolute crown authority, which is really hurting us in terms of both our income and our troop count. So we should start working on royal prerogative quite soon. Luckily, Mangonels is going to be done in 3 years and Burrs in 3 years. I would have preferred battlements over Burrs, but Burrs is okay. And hopefully, I think absolutely ideal, the exposure goes on to royal prerogative next. As long as it's not chronicle writing. Or Armillary Sphere. Neither of those are useful to us. But everything else here, I feel like, well, Hereditary Rule isn't that useful to us either. But everything else here is good. Those three, I don't think are good at all for us right now. But everything else here, I will accept. Levying grounds have been constructed, and I believe that means that our new castle is maxed out for its tech level. Yes, indeed it is. That is wonderful. We can go ahead and invest in these pastoral lands, and what else do we have going on over here? Carpenters Guilds. Okay. 2 month ticks for that to be doable. That sounds fine. We will be returning to expansion quite soon. But for right now, we need to get this done. We are above our vassal limit, and the reason that this is happening is because our vassals are continuing to expand. And destroying titles. There's some of that happening too, but that'll happen. We should check into our succession here. Yeah, so we need to actually disinherit this guy. Unless we want to play as him. He's a whole lot younger. He's on a stewardship education focus. He does have consumption right now, but he's feeling fine. I think we'll wait. He'll come of age soon. And we'll see what education trait he gets. Who's his guardian? Someone that we set up. Okay. Yeah, our wife. Okay, that's fine. She's Midas touched. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll hop down over here and continue to upgrade our guilds. Wonderful. And, of course, we have additional holdings to upgrade over here. We are making about 110 gold per month right now, and it's just not enough. We want more. We absolutely want more. And we will get more. It's only a matter of time. So I think once our son here comes of age... There's also this son. He's on a diplomacy education. We're going to move him over to stewardship, and we will educate him in a university, maybe. I mean, 1,500 gold is a lot of gold right now still. So there is that. We'll hold off on that. Very soon we're going to be ready to start educating our sons in universities. But not, I think, quite yet. We'll get there. We'll upgrade the guild over here. That's always great. And at this point, we're just waiting for that cash. We'll imprison this Khan. Reason being, that means cash. And 200 of it to boot. Fantastic. We can also demand some payments here, and 28 gold is sufficient, 8 gold is sufficient. I want the gold immediately so that we can invest it. We're going to build additional carpenters guilds over here. And a new stewardship perk is available. We'll take defensive measures, not like it's useful, but it'll be okay. And we are currently in poor health. So we need to consider that. This son is 14. He's born on 4 February. So he'll be 15 very soon, and then 1 year after that, of course, he'll come of age. So that is interesting. We'll keep an eye on his education, but he is so much younger than this son. That's the thing. I feel like that's a very, very useful thing. Okay, we have 323 gold. So let's check in over here. Our brother died, so we gain more stress. Drinking binge for 3 years and bottom of a bottle for 10 years. Come on. There we go. Let's see. That's pretty bad. Come on. It's trying to mouse over this trait. I'm trying to bypass it. Or scoop between them, perhaps. There we go. -5 general opinion and -3 intrigue. Honestly, I'm okay with that. There we go. So we have 323 gold at this point. We're not upset about this guy dying, right? He has terrible traits. We've been really plagued by his stress. There's no doubt about it. So that's not a problem for us. I just think that we probably don't want our current heir to be our heir. Just because of his age. Okay. Yeah, I'm strongly considering it. Let's hope that we survive until our next guy comes of age and we can evaluate based on his... also, our wife. We hope our wife survives. She's feeling fine. So, hopefully, we'll survive until this guy comes of age and we know what education trait he gets. He is being educated by a Midas touch person, which is helpful. But let's just see what he gets. Okay, so let's come down over here. Get our guilds built. Excellent. And I believe that that is, once again, everything constructing that can be. That is not correct. Okay, we're going to debase the coinage. 95% chance of 300 gold. Excellent. We'll build these quarries. Okay, let's check in up here. Looks good. Everything is constructing that can construct at this point. However, we can sell minor titles, so let's see what happens. Gets a weak hook on us, or gain 80 stress because we are greedy. Okay. Oof. 160 stress, or 80 stress. This is not a haggle at a peasant market. I don't want to give him a hook. The 500 gold isn't worth it to me. Now, where are my loyal subjects? Everyone will pay. Okay, so we have plenty of gold. No problem there. And we're going to go ahead and host a feast. Losing 72 stress because we're an eager reveler, drunkard, and greedy. Beautiful. Welcome, friends. Okay, so that lost us a good amount of stress. And I'm just checking through here. I believe everything is indeed constructing, except over here, we can get that going. But this is now maxed out. Minus 32 additional stress. Great. A new high shaman that does not endorse us. We're going to immediately start swaying her. We're also going to bribe her. 176 gold. Yeah, it'll gain us 80 stress. Only 13 opinion. That is not worth it. Never mind. We are not bribing her. Okay. We gain a weak hook on her and 75 gold. I love it. Do it. Or not 75 gold, 75 prestige. But what we can do is bump up her tax level. Perfect. Now, our cash went down pretty dramatically, and the reason for that is because of our new High Shaman. She's mostly only upset at us because of Hunchbacked and Lover's Pox, though, and that's why everyone's upset at us, to be honest. That is fine. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are, for sure, going to be finishing off these investments. We are so close at this point. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.